On this crazy episode, I have a lunatic in Ohio that pulls a gun on me on the highway and tries to shoot my truck. I go up in my customer's private jet for a quick ride. I eat some insane food. Wild boar, we had rattlesnake, we had venison, we had deer liver. And my trailer gets stolen on the side of the highway. I came back and someone stole my fucking trailer right off the side of the highway. So this is not your typical live edge table. The customer requested a bright orange, which is actually the Tennessee University color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip down one side of the live edge. I'm going to shape the inside to the other side. And then I'm going to pour a little bit of resin right down the center. So it'll be kind of like a tiny river table. It's not going to be this big wide table. But check it out. I'm using my grinder. Here I'm shaping the edges, but watch what happens. Well, great start to the day. I just cut this guy's 11-foot table to 10 feet. I can't even process how stupid that was. So this is his table. It's supposed to be 11 feet long. And I didn't look at the work order before I cut everything. So now it's 10 feet. All right, well, as everyone knows, I just completely screwed up my customer's table. It happens, you know, I'm tired working a ton of hours. Brain just wasn't turned on this morning. Let's go see what Paul has, and we're gonna get back to the shop and redo the table. All right, the customer's calling right now. I gotta tell him I screwed up his table. Martin. Well, you want me to lie or you want the truth? I didn't have my glasses on me and I thought the 12 in the invoice was 10 feet. It happens. just a brain fart of a day. So the good news is I just got off the phone with my supplier. He's got a set of walnut slabs that I'm going to go pick up right now.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
That works.
All right, just got to Paul's place. Take a look at all of his lumber that he's got here. So this is all of his logs here, all of his stuff that's sorted out. Got walnut logs. He's had stuff sitting around here forever. So what are these? These all walnuts?
Yeah.
Just got them. Sweet. These are big. How big is this? How wide is this one?
This is over 40 this time and 34.
Holy jeez. These are massive walnuts. All right, so we're on our way to this Mennonite farm. The guy's name is Louis, super nice guy. He's got a lot of slabs. I don't think he's gonna be there, but we're gonna walk through the barn and see what he's got in stock. So we've been working with Mennonites for years and they have gorgeous slabs. So this is Louis' place. This is where the kiln is in here. That's where all the wood gets dried in there. Got a whole bunch of stuff here. All sorts of cutoffs here. Got a whole bunch of charcuterie stock over here, and these are for skids. This is beautiful farm country out by Lake Huron. Oh, sweet. Look at all the goodies in here. All right, so these are the slabs I think we're gonna go with. 12 feet, the top are 21, 22 wide. So we're gonna pull these out.
There's Muscle Man moving these slabs.
I'm pretty sure I'm about to have a stroke. These slabs are like 400 pounds a piece. So, all right, Paul and I just got these, wrestled these in. All right, so the slabs are all loaded in. A little heavier than I thought. I didn't have my trailer here because it was kind of short notice. I didn't expect to screw up the table this morning. So we are heading over with Paul right now to a Mennonite place that does all the milling. So we'll show you guys what all the milling process looks like before we pick up the slabs. We got big old maple here. So this is the way they lift everything, and they're going to put it across this I-beam right into there. Okay. So these are all freshly milled. How cool these look. It's gorgeous. Oh man, look at some of the slabs there. They're huge. Just taking the day off making tables is my dad. We're at the RBC Open here. All right, so we're on our way to the shop. I made that huge mistake. I cut the table a foot short. The client was supposed to fly in on his airplane. His son got sick. He couldn't, had to postpone it. So we'll be driving down to Knoxville, Tennessee in the next 3 weeks. Again, I'm using my up spiral flute bit. You guys see that? Get it? Spiral, up. This is gonna go along the edge here. It's gonna clean up this glue joint perfectly. And we're gonna do the other side, and then we're gonna slide it together and see what it looks like. This is the way I've been doing my glue joint for the better part of a decade, and it just doesn't get any more perfect than this. Absolutely flawless glue joints, best in the industry. It's not even glued yet. That's how nice the CNC machine is to have. As you guys should know by now, I love using my domino joiner from Festool. It just makes your glue joint absolutely rock solid. So if you have any movement in the wood, you're not gonna have a cracked glue joint down the road, and the table is gonna last forever. One of the other things that I absolutely love to do on the ends of tables is if I have a really sloped live edge, it's a real pain to get clamps on that. So what I do is I glue a block to the end, because this is going to be cut off anyways. Now I've got a great clamping surface. It's all flush, so when it sits on the CNC machine, I can clean the top and bottom, put a clamp on it, and pull both of them together. So here's a perfect example of why I always overcut my tables by 2 or 3 inches in case I got to do trimming and stuff on the end and I have any issues. So this glue joint right here of this 6-inch space is not coming together. And the reason is because we have 2 cracks here. We're going to put resin in it, but before we do that, we want to spread this out so that this glue joint's tight. So I'm going to put a shim in here. I'm going to put a shim in here, tap it down, and then it'll tighten this thing up. All right, so I got both my shims cut. They're both cut on an angle. I'm going to tap these in now with the hammer. I'll show you guys what it does to the joint. There you go. Completely fixed, nice and tight. So as soon as that's dried, clamp it really tight, and it pulls the entire glue joint together, completely symmetrical on the top and bottom, so that both faces are coming together equally. So I do this on every table. Well, if you can hear me, this is an epic disaster. I don't know what happened with this resin. I think the ratios are off when I bought it in the bucket. And I mixed it 2 to 1, and it's gelling up like crazy. So it's hitting its heat peak, it's overreacting, and it's chunking everywhere. See, look at even this stuff. Look, it's completely hard. I poured this like 5 minutes ago. So it means there's way too much hardener in the mixture. I don't know what the heck happened, but we got to redo this entire thing. All right, hopefully you guys can see this. So these are the pop-up, well, these aren't pop-up. The customer just wanted flush mounts. So they have 2 AC plugs, 2 USB. I just talked to him, he doesn't need HDMI. So I got to cut a hole that's 1.76, so 1 3/4 by, you know, just a hair under 4 inches. So, okay, so I got this all done. So this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna basically cut out all the way around. I don't know why it's taking so long. anyways, it's gonna cut all the way around here. That'll be my insert for my outlet. And then we're good to go. So this Tennessee orange was giving me a ton of issues. So after I cut out the port for the electrical, I had to grind out a whole bunch of the orange. I tried to match it. The matching didn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand down the table lightly and I'm going to redo all the resin.
Tornado weather, we're trying to say the rain's coming sideways, there's hail, it's insane. Look at so we're just on our way down to pick up the legs that have just been powder coated at 4-Star Metal Plating. Adam there is a buddy of mine. We're going to do an entire walk through the facility. You're going to see how all the plating's done. You're going to see how the powder coating's done.
So these are all chemical baths?
It's just water.
Oh, this is all water.
There's some over here that down there that's water.
So all this whole line here, it's all chemical baths for all the plating, right? Sweet. So this tank right here is for all the chroming. So that's the big oven where everything comes out there, and it all dries here. So these are all the pieces being hooked up. And that's the oven up there. Oh, that's a wash? Nice. So everything goes up in there, it gets burnt off, comes out over there. So this is the bath, this is after everything comes out. So this is all heated and it cleans up the surface. Sweet. And then it goes in here, and that's the spray. Once that's done, Mark, stand up here.
Get this angle over here.
All right. Oh yeah, so this is all freshly powder coated. So it all comes out here after everything's sprayed. It's all electronically charged, right?
Yeah.
All this goes in here, and then there's the big oven. Goes in there and comes around the other side.
All right, well that was fun. We're on our way back to the shop now. Big thanks to Mark and Adam at 4-Star Plating in Toronto. I'm gonna put the website link below if you guys ever want stuff done. These guys are the best at what they do. That was hot in there, holy camoli. But let's head back to the shop. We're gonna get this table all done. Got the legs loaded up here. They did a fantastic job on the legs. We'll show you that when we get there. Well, I'm taking the day off. I'm taking the kids on the boat with the wife. We're gonna go tubing. It's like 110 Fahrenheit today, which is like 45 Celsius or something. It's ridiculous.
All right, we're on Georgian Bay. We got Mama Bear here. We got the Mercury Pro V fired up. And we got the kids. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready to go really fast?
No.
Well, this lasted about 30 seconds, so Sophie's upset. I'm gonna get her off the tube. All right, second attempt is good. The kids are having fun. Sophie's not crying. So, good day. So now that we're back at the shop, I'm gonna get part of the countertop glued together, and I'm gonna do a second coat of oil on the dining table, conference table, whatever you wanna call it. And then, watch what happens. This is a second coat, man. I don't know how happy I am with this finish. Take a look. So it's super patchy. I literally buffed it on like Osmo. And you're supposed to be able to buff it around. This is the second coat. Look at this on the light. Like, this looks brutal. I'm not happy with this finish. This looks hot. This looks terrible. I can't give this to my customer. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. I told my wife that I was gonna be home on time. Not gonna happen. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get some sleep. It'll be a long day. Well, just like I thought, the finish is a disaster. Look at this. This is the second coat, second heavy coat. And it's just an epic clusterfuck. So I'm gonna sand the whole thing down. It's dry now. I had fans on it the whole night, so we're gonna sand it down. Use the finish I've used for the last 10 years, Rubia Monocoat, one of my go-tos. I should have known not to switch. My fault. So now that it took 3 or 4 hours to sand down the table back to 180 grit, got rid of the old finish. This is Rubia Monocoat. We've been using this forever, and it's a flawless finish every time. Well, it's all done. A little tired, but what a difference, eh? Huge, huge difference. Check this out. The sheen is completely symmetrical. I'm gonna do another coat tomorrow, but this looks 1,000 times better than the last coat, the last finish I used. All right, so this is all finished, just oiled it with Rubio. Got 2 power outlets here, one there, one there. Got USB to 120 volt. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. It's all finished. So we're on our way to the shop right now. Bad news is it's like $1,400 US to ship this table in Knoxville, Tennessee. The good thing is I have a pretty good driving foot, and I'm gonna get in my truck and I'm gonna drive down to Knoxville, Tennessee, deliver this conference table and the other pieces to my client, because it's only gonna cost me about 600 bucks. I've crossed the border so many times, and I tell you, I've been doing this for 12 years, crossing the border a lot longer than that. I've never met a dude that was so funny. So once I crossed the border, I was in Ohio, and at Dayton, Ohio exit, this lunatic in this Malibu pulled in front of me, started throwing water bottles at my truck. Then he got in the other lane, on the other side of me, he pulled a friggin' gun out and pointed it at my truck. Scared the heck out of me, so I had to slam on my brakes, get away from this guy. But as you can see, pull up again, and he tried to throw this massive water bottle. It was like a steel bottle at me. It was insane. So they had to call the police, and then they had to go and search for the guy. Well, I'm just in the U.S. now. I got fried chicken here. 2 pieces of fried chicken, country gravy, potatoes, beans, and bread. It's like 18 bucks. So I'm just at Cracker Barrel here. I just finished my meal. I got enough food for a second meal, and with a tip, tax, and everything, it was 22 US. It's $11 US a meal. I had 3 sides. Thanks, Canada. So amazing. So I just put 25 gallons, which is about 95 liters. My truck's 104. So with the conversion, that's 130 bucks. In Canada, it's 185 to 190 to fill up. So I've been driving almost 14 hours straight. So after almost being shot at in Dayton, Ohio, and driving through this rainstorm, I'm exhausted. We're gonna be there in an hour. Check out this weather, it's wild. It's been raining like this for 6 hours straight. And I've been driving through, I'm in Kentucky right now. Just so tiring. So it was a long day after almost being shot in Dayton, Ohio. 2 epic rainstorms here, 6 hours into the Tennessee mountains, and over 15 hours of driving with only 30-minute break. I'm here. I'm in my hotel. Pretty nice place. I'm going to sleep. So we'll see you tomorrow for delivery. All right, so I'm on site now. We're gonna go do the delivery. This is a major construction area. We'll take a look. So our table's going over in here. So we're just on site here. This is downtown Knoxville. You guys gotta check this out. How gorgeous this is. That globe there was featured in The Simpsons. So this is downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm gonna go inside now and show you the project. It's all delivered, everything is set up. The only thing that's not set up is the breakfast bars. Let's go take a look. All right, so we got one breakfast bar here. It's gonna go in here. It's gonna have the consoles there for people to plug in. And we got the other one over here. And then this is the coffee table. Coffee table, it's a conference table, but it's for coffee. So it's all set up. This is the location. This is a communal gathering for all the people that live here. And this is the courtyard. They got a pool here. These are all units here where everyone lives. All right, so everything's delivered on site here. We're gonna head out and have some dinner tonight. We're gonna check out the rest of the city. So hang tight. Just at a small airport here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and my customer is gonna take me on a tour in his airplane. This thing's pretty cool. So this is pretty cool, this little small airport. They got all these little hangars here, all these cool planes. All these people taking off. We're back in the ground. Not many of you know this, but I am terrified of airplanes. I'm petrified since I was a little kid. I have no idea why. I'm terrified, and I'm not a big fan of heights. So we get up in the air, and he looks over at me, my client, and he goes, "You okay?" And I'm like, "I hate airplanes." He says, he starts killing himself. He's like, "What are we doing in an airplane like 5,000 feet in the air?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I want to go home." So we landed. I'm alive. I didn't die. And we're going to go out to dinner and then cruise back to Toronto. All right. It's 4:30 in the morning. We're up. I didn't get to bed until like almost 2. My client took me out to a restaurant last night, and we had wild boar. We had rattlesnake. We had venison. We had deer liver. We had, I don't know, a whole bunch of really, really cool meats. Boar ribs. It was wild. Duck, smoked duck was really good. So anyways, we're headed back to Canada. Just make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps us out financially, allows us to buy better equipment for filming, allows us to put some more money into the company. So 15-hour trip on the way back. So let's head back to Canada. All right, so I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm a little light on my trailer. So I have a story for you. My leaf spring decided to blow on the highway when I hit a pothole. I pulled over. I couldn't find anybody that was going to repair it. So I tried to drive around for 10 minutes to find a place where I can buy some stuff to repair it. I came back and someone stole my trailer. They stole it right off the side of the highway. So I just spent the last 2 hours at the Kentucky Sheriff's Office doing a report, talking to my insurance company. So I'm heading home light. Absolute disaster. Between almost getting shot in Ohio, having rattlesnake for dinner that I almost threw up, and then my trailer being stolen. This has been one hell of a trip. So anyways, we got another 6 hours to get home, and then I'm wrapping up this tour. I'm gonna hide under a rock. Sweet, we're getting back into Canada.
Thank God. Ooh. Welcome to Canada. Look at the traffic. Holy camoly. Well, I'm pulling in the driveway after 17 hours of driving today. Almost 18. I had to stop at the police station for 2 hours to do the police report for the trailer being stolen. And then all that nonsense before with throwing up my dinner from eating rattlesnake and wild boar and just putting stuff in my stomach I shouldn't do. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for going through 40 minutes of this crazy table build, this crazy delivery down to Tennessee. But it's finally all over with. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like, subscribe as much as you can. Love everybody. I'm putting out another video in a week for another build. Can't wait to see ya. Take care, and remember, keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this together.